Good afternoon, everybody. As we start to see people pop on, we're just going to wait another kind of 30 or 40 seconds. So we have some more time for everybody to sign on. So just give us another 35, 40 seconds and we'll get started. All right, well, we will go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. Today, we are so excited to have everybody here for our supplier webinar. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and let Liz Bentner, who is the CEO and president of Travel South USA, just to say a few words. So go ahead, Liz.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining. We are very excited that you are on this call today because that means that you're leaning in and interested in growing your domestic and international leisure tourism business. And that's really what the goal of this entire platform is to drive more revenue to the tourism businesses in the South, specifically, is what we're going to be talking about, the 12-state region of the Travel South region. And we have signed on as a leader in promoting the Tourism Exchange USA, powered by Brand USA. And the exchange is free, so we're not going to be asking you for any money today. It's really just a way to onboard businesses that are currently maybe not on channel management systems or online reservation systems, and those of the businesses that are already online, to help you focus in on getting the best value and the most revenue for your business. So at that, I'm going to let Natalie sort of take you through what the process is, but know that this entire platform is being supported by Travel South USA, obviously Brand USA, and most importantly, your state tourism offices and destination marketing and organizations across the South. It is a collaborative effort to change the way Southern businesses are displayed and available to book, not only in the United States, but around the world. So thank you again for spending an hour with us, and Natalie, take it away.
Thanks, Liz. So as Liz mentioned, our team is really excited to be with you today. I am the DMO, or Destination Marketing Organization Success Manager. So I've been working really closely with your respective DMOs, CVBs, and chambers in supporting them with communicating to you, the suppliers, with the information that you need on the exchange, the value it provides, and why you should be excited about this and get connected. So quickly, just to give us a sense of all who's in the room, so to speak, as Liz mentioned, this is a partnership between Brand USA and Travel South USA. Travel South, as we all know, is a regional destination management organization representing some of the 12 southern states. And with this being a very large effort to onboard multiple states, we've broken this up into 3 groups and spread it out over several months. So you are lucky enough to be in this first wave of states. So on the call today, we have industry folks from Alabama, Kentucky, North Carolina, and Tennessee. So our amazing supplier success team is very excited to walk you through the values and benefits. But first, just a little housekeeping. We're going to address all the questions that you have toward the end. So if you could put those in the Q&A section when we get through the presentation, we'll be sure that we touch on everybody's questions. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to our team.
Thank you, Natalie and Liz. What a great introduction. We're excited to be here today. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to join the Tourism Exchange USA Supplier Onboarding webinar in partnership with Travel South. We're really excited to share a bit about this initiative and what our supplier onboarding process looks like for you. So as Natalie mentioned, today on the call, we have our supplier onboarding team that includes myself, Kayla Spacey, along with Max Helden. We are both industry success managers, and we also have Jane Stones, our supplier success manager. And we, the three of us, are really responsible for ensuring that all of our suppliers have a smooth onboarding process, and we're here to answer any questions that you have. The three of us also have a combined over 30 years of experience in the travel industry, supporting suppliers and customers across different kinds of companies, including hotel beds, Wyndham Destinations, and Bandwango. So we're really thrilled to be able to leverage our industry knowledge with this initiative and help have all of you get connected to our platform. And of course, we have Natalie, our DMO Success Manager. So today on our agenda, we'll be going through a few different topics, starting off with some background information about the exchange, why you should get connected, and how to get started on our platform. We'll walk you through a high-level overview of the setup process and end with the next steps that you should take to get registered. If you do have any questions, as Natalie mentioned, please make sure to drop them in the Q&A feature, and we'll address those at the end of the presentation. And then also, as a note, after this meeting, we'll be sending out a recording of the webinar to all of the registered attendees, and we'll also send a PDF version of the deck as well, in case you want to use those as reference during the setup process. So let's jump in. What is Tourism Exchange USA? So the platform itself is a business-to-business digital marketplace that facilitates the exchange of inventory and content between suppliers and distributors in real time. So with the digital tools that we offer, we can easily help get your business online if you don't already have an online presence. And for all types of suppliers on the exchange, we offer diverse distribution options to help expand your reach. And there are no upfront cost or subscription fees for joining the exchange. And to give a bit more background, this technology has been launched in other countries prior to coming to the United States. For example, here we're highlighting Tourism Exchange Great Britain along with Tourism Exchange Japan, launched in 2019 and 2020 respectively. And although these sessions of the exchange launch kind of right before and during COVID times, you can still see over the last few years the amount of growth they've had with the amount of connected suppliers and distributors on each platform. We also have on the slide a couple of testimonials shown just for a few examples of benefits that the local suppliers have experienced, such as increased ticketing income, promoting their destination, and having better online bookability to attract customers both domestically and internationally. So this is definitely something that is a multi-year investment where we hope to help you capture growth in the market over the upcoming years and beyond. So why get connected and take these steps to join the exchange? Why are we so excited to introduce this platform to the US and have Travel South be one of our first regions and destinations to join us? Well, one of the most significant trends right now driving travelers at the moment is traveling to places off the beaten path. According to the American Express Global Travel Trends Report for 2023, 89% of respondents want to visit destinations where they've never been to before. 86% of Gen Z and millennials, along with 83% of all respondents, want to shop at small businesses when they visit a new location. So not only do travelers want to explore and learn about these secondary destinations so that they can really appreciate and experience the local culture, but they're also willing to spend more if they know it supports the local community. That's why this is a perfect fit for Travel South, because travelers are already primed to visit and book activities and experiences that showcase these beautiful states in this region. And as travelers are more focused on visiting local places and these secondary destinations, it's a really great opportunity for your business to expand distribution and to take advantage of the projected long-term growth in inbound travel. So the International Trade Administration has a 5-year goal of attracting 90 million visitors to the US who are looking for the types of experiences that Travel South has to offer. And now is the time to get connected on the exchange, because we can help you increase your visibility to these inbound travelers and therefore increase your bookings. So how do we help you capture some of that inbound travel and create a positive impact for your business? Well, historically, we know that many suppliers have had a domestic focus and haven't had the ability or the resources necessary to get their business online. This means you might be missing out on opportunities to attract potential new customers, especially those coming from abroad. So by working with the exchange and using the tools we provide, we can easily help you add booking capability to your website, or even help you set up a simple reservation system from scratch with no setup fees. If you already have a booking system in place, we can help you connect to it so that your products will automatically sync with the exchange's platform. And all suppliers that join the exchange will have access to choose their own distribution channels, meaning that you can opt into some of the most popular OTAs, often at favorable commission rates on our platform. This will help you increase your visibility, bookability, and then sales, while also being able to track your bookings and your revenue by distributor with the reporting tools that we provide. On this slide, you'll see just a few of the booking systems for accommodations and activities that already exist on our platform. Our goal is to continue to grow the number of connected booking systems available, and we hope that as we grow, input from suppliers and destinations will contribute to the prioritization of new connections. As I mentioned before, we do have distribution connections with major OTAs like Booking.com, Expedia, Google, Airbnb, and more. If you're a supplier that has struggled to get or to manage distribution through these channels on your own in the past, our platform will have almost an immediate benefit for you. Typically, by choosing to opt into one of these distribution channels through the exchange, you'll see more favorable rates than going out independently and trying to contract with them on your own. And this is essentially a two-way street. So not only are we trying to help you, the suppliers, have access to more distribution options, but these major OTAs are also excited to connect with more suppliers so that they can offer additional products and availability as well, particularly in these secondary markets, which we know is a leading trend in the industry. But it's not just the major OTAs that we offer as distribution options on the exchange. Trying new channels and reaching potential new customers has never been easier, because you'll be able to opt into a wide variety of distribution partners, including DMOs at the local, state, regional, and national levels, different travel agents, along with regional and national tour operators, both domestically and abroad. And with this diverse set of distribution options, you can choose what is best for your business and also have the chance to better align with your DMO's market strategy. Our goal is to really help you create better visibility for your business and reach those unlock those hard to reach markets, excuse me. So now that we've been through a bit about the value that Tourism Exchange USA can bring to your business, we'll go into more detail about the steps that you'll need to follow to get registered with the exchange. And I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Max, to walk you through that process.
Thank you, Kayla. Okay, so the first step in getting connected is you're going to want to visit our website at tourismexchangeusa.com. And in the top right corner, you're going to click on the Get Connected button. This will take you to our Get Connected form. And on the Get Connected form, there's a few key details you'll want to submit about your business, including the type of business, contact information for someone representing your organization, and which booking system you are currently using. If you do not have a booking system, just go ahead and write NA, and we'll go over an alternate option for you later on. And then after submitting the Get Connected form, you'll be invited to finish connecting your business to the exchange. You'll be taken to our Get Connected wizard, where you'll complete a simple registration process and learn more about the setup requirements. The first step within the Get Connected wizard is to select your booking system from the list provided. If you already have a booking system in place, you can scroll through the list of logos and select the appropriate one. If your booking system is not listed or you do not currently have one, scroll down to the bottom of the page and select Click Here for an alternative option. For any suppliers that fall within this category, you will be using our TX Load tool to create your products and availability. The second step will require you to fill out your business and address information along with the account holder details. This should be someone that can make decisions on behalf of your business as well as their contact info. Once submitted, you'll move along to step 3, which is reviewing our pricing and provider agreement, which is hyperlinked for your review. To highlight here, there's no monthly subscription fee or upfront setup costs for joining the exchange. There's only that a 3.5% fee, which is payable on the total monthly online booking value, and that is collected at the end of each month. Once you are comfortable, check the box confirming you agree and click Confirm and Continue. Step 4 is where we ask you to input your bank details and approve direct deposit requests. This is needed and really important so that payments from bookings can be electronically deposited to your accounts via ACH. The 5th step will be to link or set up your Stripe account. Stripe is a credit card transaction processing technology that is our current solution for offering real-time payments for your customers. It provides convenient, instant processing of payments for online bookings, and standard credit card processing fees will apply. So whether you already have an existing Stripe account or you need to create one, you would choose the relevant option on this screen and click Next. Both of those options would take you to the Stripe website in order to either log in or create your account. And then once that is set up, it would return back to the Get Connected wizard to finish the setting up your business details. You'll then have the opportunity to review all of your information. And then on step 7, you'll have the application complete notice. And shortly after submitting the Get Connected wizard, you should receive an email with temporary login credentials and a link to the necessary site. This is where setup paths will differ depending on if your business uses a connected booking system and what technology you already have in place. So if you already have an established booking system that is available on the exchange, your email will link you to the exchange supplier dashboard. For those of you who do not have a booking system or have a booking system that's not yet available on our platform, you will be using our TX Load product to continue your setup. And by the next day, you'll also receive an additional email with further instructions. Regardless of your setup path, each of these emails will share next steps to follow and will include user guides for your reference. So at this point, you've completed the initial registration process and you're ready to manage your products and inventory on our platform. If you are a supplier using TX Load to set up your accommodation or experiences, you'll be able to build your product, create availability, and load rates all in one tool. After those initial pieces are set up, you'll be able to add content, images, choose your distribution options, and access reporting all from TX Load. If you have a connected booking system, then there's no product or inventory setup required. Once you are ready to map your products, our support team will assist you in establishing the connection between your booking system and the exchange. This will allow data to sync within our platform automatically and load your products. It's important to note here that this is not a separate allocation model where you have to block off a set number of rooms or tickets. You'll be connected to live inventory, so it's allowing you to manage everything all in one place instead of having separate allocations to different channels. So what can you do to prepare? So if you're a TX Load user, these are some helpful hints we recommend to ensure the best possible conversion and guest experience. Have some language written out for your booking terms of conditions of use, along with some confirmation messages. Have some descriptions of your business and the products that you offer, along with any features and amenities you may want to provide. There's also a space and opportunity for you to include customer reviews and ratings. and also the capability to add high resolution images at both the product and business level. So regardless of which setup path you follow, each supplier will have access to choose their distribution channels and will be able to manage all channels you've opted into in one place. On the channels or distributors page, you'll find a list of distributors, their fee percentage, and the payment type. This can help you compare your options and select what's best for your business. The list of available distributors will constantly be growing with more options over time. Once you click the View and Opt-in button, you'll be able to review each distributor's terms and conditions. You can see here's a sample of Expedia's terms and conditions. This will usually include business details, description, and other payment information. In this example, Expedia has a distributor fee of 15%. So once you're ready, you can click Agree, then Opt in. And finally, all suppliers will have access to a dashboard view where you can find your booking reports and all other data related to your business. So next steps. What's next? So you're going to want to go ahead and get connected by visiting tourismexchangeusa.com/getconnected to register today, and always be staying in touch with your DMO for more information as it comes up. And be sure to be on the lookout for the Supplier Quick Start Guide and a copy of today's webinar in the email that we'll be sending out. And we're always here to help. So if you have any questions, you can email us at customerservice@tourismexchangeusa.com, and always go online at tourismexchangeusa.com for more information or FAQs. And thank you all for your time today. So now we can take a few minutes for some Q&A. So if you have any additional questions, you can put them into the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen. It looks like we have one question about a booking system. It says, is the booking system Synexus available on your platform? And I can go ahead and answer that one. So Synexus is not something that's currently on our platform, but it is one that we know is a top priority to our suppliers. So as we hear from you guys, we know which ones to prioritize and add to our roadmap. So we're going to be constantly adding new options over time.
Looks like we got a few more coming through. Do you provide virtual credit cards for prepaid reservations? That is a really good question. To my knowledge, no, but we've never actually gotten that question before. So we're going to have to go back, unless Kayla, Max, or Jane have an idea. We're going to need to go double check on that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is definitely at the moment, we don't actually provide those virtual credit cards to prepay for the reservations. They just have the terms and conditions in each channel. So it would be monies collected by a distributor and then paid to the supplier, or the money goes directly to the supplier. But that's something that's not in place, but we can definitely go back and give that feedback.
Rhonda Davis is asking, what is the timeline for registering? Now. The time is now.
Yeah. Our website is live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go on our website and click that Get Connected button and fill out those initial registration steps today, right now.
Larry Beatty, sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right, Larry. Are fees on top of the OTA fees? How does that work? So the 3.5% fee plus the OTA fees, right? Yep.
Yeah, so each distributor, the OTA, will have their own set fee that you can see on the platform. It'll be listed out for each individual distributor. And then on top of that, the 3.5% will be on all the online bookings made.
And then Larry had another question. Does this allow for customer private tours or only published or public tours?
You would be able to load private tours on there, or the published tours as well. It has the capability to load both different kinds.
And then another one is, what about Get Your Guide?
As a distributor, I think that question is saying, is there an option to opt in to Get Your Guide as a distributor? Currently, no, they're not on there as one of the choices, but we have had some conversations with them, and we're actively having conversations all the time with different and new distribution.
Great question too.
And it would be great to get the feedback from the suppliers as well on what distribution they would be looking to add as well. So that's also an ongoing conversation. We'd be grateful of that feedback.
There was a question in the chat from Liz Hochwaters. Sorry, Liz, if I slaughtered that. Are there any plans to connect with other systems or channel managers, particularly ResD, BookingPal, or the Flybook?
So currently what we do is at the time that you register onto the exchange, we're asking for supplier feedback to ask what booking systems they actually use. And then we've been doing some deep dives and finding out more information at the moment so that we can prioritize our roadmap for additional, connected booking systems. So that is something. And yes, we do have a roadmap to add more.
Yeah, and that's, I believe, one of the questions when you go to connect on the exchange. It asks you what if you are using a connecting booking system. So if you don't see one that's already listed, this is the feedback we really need from the suppliers, as Jane noted, as we're building out this roadmap, being able to prioritize ones such as ResD or Get Your Guide that more suppliers use. We would want to bump those up on the roadmap. So this is a really great question, and us being able to really understand what you guys are using is super helpful for us.
There's also a question in the chat from Marcy. What is the range of distributor fees? Was Expedia 15%? So the distributor fee will depend on each individual distributor and what they set their fee at. So it does vary. I believe, you can correct me if this is wrong, team, but most of them are between like 15 and 20%, somewhere in that range. But
They're
it can change up to the
bit,
distributor.
Yeah, a little bit lower. Right now we're seeing average between 8 and 15. Again, these might fluctuate a little bit, but just from what we've seen in the other international markets, these are the rates that we're seeing right now. So substantially lower than some of the other rates that are out there. So a really good way for some of the suppliers that have not yet been able to convert online or start working with OTAs to be able to do it at a lower cost.
And then, yes, this webinar will be available after we are done here today. It is being recorded, and we'll send a follow-up email for everybody to have access to the recorded link along with the PDF version of the deck that we went through.
Got some more questions coming for you guys through the Q&A. This is great, everybody. These are awesome questions. So Kayla, do you want to go ahead and read these?
Is Viator on there?
Yes, Viator is already connected. Yep. So what would be the benefit of connecting to Booking.com or Expedia if I'm already connected with them on our PMS?
So we're telling people, if you've already got those relationships in place, then continue those relationships directly with them. And as we build additional distribution onto Tourism Exchange USA, this is where it will give you that additional distribution options that you don't currently have. So that's what we're telling people is, as we add more distribution, it will give you additional places that you'll be able to send your products out globally. But any existing partnerships, we say keep them in place.
This is kind of a continuation on that one, Jane, but the question is, what is the negotiated fee with TripAdvisor or Viator? Do I have to link my current OTAs through this platform, or can TX USA be a viable alternative to booking software, or is it meant to be more of a supplement?
We would say to use it as a supplement to your existing business. That's how we would say to use it. Now, I mean, it does give you the opportunity to manage multiple platforms by just going into one place. But as we say, if you have existing relationships in place with these distributions that you currently see, then we're here to offer additional distribution and not replace the distribution that you currently have.
It's more of a way for people that already have established distribution to gain more. And especially in distribution to different regions, different countries. If you're wanting to start marketing more international, you'll be able to see what distributors are coming in and where they're coming from. So it is, again, yeah, it can be used as supplemental and additional. Can customer reviews on the OTAs be viewed and managed via this service? That's a good
I believe
question.
you have it. Yeah, I believe it does give you the option to be able to load review into
I
the
am
platform.
pretty certain for if you're going to be one of our TX load users and using that tool because you don't already have a booking system, you can definitely load customer reviews into that. But flowing from something that's already existing, I believe it does come through as well, but I'd definitely have to check.
All right. Another one coming in. If a supplier has a booking system they don't like and are considering a new one, actually, this is a comment from one. Sorry, not a question. A comment from one of our from one of our team. If a supplier has a booking system they don't like and are considering a new one, the TX load would be a good option for them to utilize that and maybe review that as an alternative option. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah, I would also reiterate that the TX load is free. And even if you never actually accepted any other distributor agreement through TX Exchange, the software is free. So the benefit is that it's not going to cost you any money to really have a place that will manage multiple channels in one place. And that efficiency is the start of helping each one of our businesses get more business, right? Is the sort of upload of and heavy lift of managing multiple, your allotments and your activities and your commitments in multiple places takes you time. And so we're trying to streamline the back end of your reservation and booking channel strategies so that you can have more time to manage the front end, which is making there be revenue that's coming to your business. The next question,
there's one.
Sorry, I was just going to say the next question is, will the recording be posted anywhere?
I will be sending you the link to the recording.
Yeah.
There's one more. Can you give an example of a few unique OTAs or distributors that we may not already be connected with? It seems most are connected with Viator, Get Your Guide, tickets, etc.
Yeah, I would say maybe Jane talk about trips.com and Ctrip and or Agoda.
Agoda, yeah.
Yeah, there's different distributions on there. So it's international. It's the different reach in global distribution. So you may think of markets that you haven't currently got a presence. And as we work through this, and we're working in partnership with Brand USA as well, we have a whole distribution team coming on board who are constantly working on adding more and more distribution. So the great time is if you get onto the exchange now, because it's one of the first states to become, that have the opportunity to join the platform, then it will mean that you're on there as we add more distribution instead of down the road when we've got a lot more states and a lot more suppliers we're trying to bring onto the platform all at once. So I would say this is still a great opportunity to engage early as we build Tourism Exchange USA.
I would agree with that. Oh, hey, Natalie, why don't you mention also one of the questions that we had a lot was seasonality. So can you turn the distributor links on and off? Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is a really great tool for revenue management, especially for those that really haven't been able to do that. You're able to turn off and on your distributors at a given time. So if you're really busy in the summer and you're sitting at a hotel at 98% occupancy and you don't need any more business, you're probably going to want to turn some of those or most of those distributors off and then really focus on those need months where you're going to want to probably opt into as many as you possibly can, even if those are at higher commission rates than you would typically want to pay. You're going to be likely getting more business in those need periods, maybe paying a little bit more commission, but heads in beds is better than no heads in beds. So this is a really good way for you to kind of understand where your need periods are. It will help you targeting, some more of your marketing efforts, that kind of thing. So the reporting part of this, whether you're in TX Load or if you've got a connecting booking system, is really valuable. And as Liz mentioned earlier, if you only really connect just for that purpose, just to get this connected booking system or just to get the TX Load for revenue management, it's worth it in itself because you are basically, especially with the TX Load, getting a free channel management system. Okay, one more. One more question. What group distributor will it connect? Quote my group.
No.
Not sure I understand the question.
Yeah, I don't understand the question wholly either, but I will tell you that it's not a group product. It is not designed for bus tours. It is not designed for convention sales as a management tool of, booking 50 rooms at a hotel. It is a
leisure. Yeah, leisure.
Yeah. Business to business, basically FIT, domestic and international leisure business.
And just to clarify, as Kayla mentioned earlier on, this is a B2B platform. This is not consumer facing. So no consumers will ever go to this website. Essentially, it's a B2B2C. So it's business to business, supplier connecting to distributor, distributor then packaging and then selling to the consumer. So this is nothing that is consumer facing. Your clients or travel agent clients will never go to this website. Make sure we got everything. We got one more. I don't work with any OTAs now because I prefer to be able to communicate directly with the guest about changes to a booked tour. Would being on the exchange change who owns the customer data?
Yeah,
that's a really great question. So, no, yes and no. So no, the exchange is just a technology platform. We are literally just connecting suppliers with distributors. Any relationships that you have with any of your OTAs or receptive operator, you would want to keep those. We don't vet anything. We don't have anything to do with once the person shows up to the hotel or if there's anything that goes wrong with the booking. So in that regard, that would change. That is not anything that the exchange does or takes part of. I'm hoping I'm answering the question correctly. But we don't have anything to do with once the booking is made through the tour operator, the travel agent, through the consumer.
So in each of the terms and conditions for the distributor, it will tell you how the flow actually works. And I get what you're saying here, Shannon, because in some cases, the distributor does have to still relay that message for you. So, you will communicate to the distributor and then the distributor will need to communicate if there's any changes to the guest. So that is how the flow of that will work. In some cases, it can be that if you're opting into distribution and it'll tell you that everything will flow directly with you. So it just depends which distribution that you're connecting to, and it will tell you the terms and conditions and how it all works as you select each one to read about them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for your participation. Amazing questions. Thanks for your engagement. As we mentioned, you'll get this in a follow-up email with the recording and a copy of the presentation. You've got our supplier team's contact information on how to get in touch with them. So we're looking forward to working with you and start seeing you guys all get connected. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.